Hey 3D Foundations, so you've finished your design for your practice piece for metal, or all four designs. Pick which one has the easiest design to retrace, one that is not super complicated, and choose one that has some larger spaces and some smaller spaces. If you can't figure out which one to choose, just ask and I'll help you out. You'll need your little piece of aluminum. So this is thicker than an aluminum foil. It's about 3 inches by 3 inches. You'll see it fits perfectly on your paper. You're going to need a pen or a pencil today. If you're going to use a pen, it's got to be a ballpoint pen, not a felt tip pen. And you're going to need 2 pieces of your masking tape. They don't have to be large. Okay, you're going to want to cut out the design that you're using and place it directly on top of your metal foil. So I just, slid it on top. Make sure that it matches. I like to make sure that 2 of the sides definitely match up. Now my bottom doesn't match up perfectly here, so I'm just going to figure that out as I go. Now this piece of tape is going to be taped to the top. Just make sure that it's nice and straight. And to keep things from shifting and moving, I'm going to put a little piece of tape. I'm actually going to make this smaller down at the bottom. If you just put one longer piece of tape across the top, that's fine too. It's okay if your tape covers your design. You'll be able to transfer through the tape. So our goal today is to get the design from the paper onto the metal. Let me show you how. So for this, it's good to work on top of something like the back of your sketchbook or a notebook. That way it has some give. So I'm going to turn it this way because the spiral gets in my way. You're going to take your pencil and pushing down hard on your paper, you are going to transfer the lines. It's like you're tracing, so take your time, and you don't have to go over these lines the same way you drew them. Go over them the way that it's comfortable for you to trace. So I drew this as one continuous line, but I'm tracing it as multiple small lines so I can follow the curve. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish tracing this out. I'm going over all of my lines, but I am not coloring anything in. So in the rays of the sun area, I'm just going to go over the outer lines and trace the circles. I'm not coloring anything in right now. That is our repoussé process. So just going over all of those things. And over the tape. All right, let me finish this and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, as you can see, all of my lines are darker, which means I have traced them. And one way that you can check is by flipping it over to the back. You should be able to see your design traced out on the back. All of your lines should be there, all of your dots should be there. So next step is to take the tape off, and I take the tape off from the back first, because if I pull it off of the back and it's not stable, then I could ruin my metal, or at least make my metal not so nice anymore, which craftsmanship is huge for this project. So you want to keep everything really neat, as neat as you can. Now the paper just slides right off, and you can see my design on this side as well. This can be taped right back into my sketchbook. The next video will show you how to make indents and raised areas in your metal.